name is Aiden, and I'm going to be doing a climate change presentation for my science class in period 6.
And hi, my name is Richard. I'm here to learn all about climate change. So, Aiden, what are we going to talk about today?
We're going to be talking about what is climate change, the causes of climate change, what us what we do for climate change, and the effects of climate change and what we can do to slow down climate change.
That sounds very, very interesting. So, why don't you tell me what is exactly climate change?
Well, climate change is a change in global or regional climate patterns. It is also how much precipitation a region gets every year, the normal temperature during the year, and it can also affect the whole world's climate.
That sounds interesting. So, can you tell me what causes climate change?
A cause of climate change is called the greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect is the increase of gases in the atmosphere, such as carbon dioxide, water vapor, nitrous oxide, and methane. The gases trap heat inside the earth so that it isn't released from it.
And so, humans can actually cause climate change?
As a matter of fact, yes, humans do contribute to greenhouse emissions. Burning fossil fuels such as coal and oil release carbon dioxide and methane into the atmosphere. Clearing land for agricultural and industrial reasons depletes the forest, which absorbs carbon dioxide and removes it from the atmosphere. Farmers gather large herds of cows for food. Cows release methane, which goes into the atmosphere. This is a graph showing the global carbon dioxide change over the past 650 years till now.
Well, this is actually a very interesting graph because for 650,000 years, I see that the parts per million of carbon dioxide was below 300 in the atmosphere. And then starting in around 1940, it shot way up to 400. And that does seem like it's very telling of activities of burning fossil fuels.
Here we also have a graph of the global temperature change.
And I can see from this graph that starting in around 1970, it seems that we've managed to increase the temperature of the Earth a full 1 degree Celsius over the last almost 50 years. Well, that sounds like we definitely see some causes of climate change, but what are some of the effects of climate change?
Well, some of the bad effects of climate change are severe and could end many human and animal lives. The temperature of the earth rises. If the earth keeps getting warmer, more ice caps and glaciers will melt. Oceans will rise, and a lot of popular coastal cities and states will be underwater. With the warmer temperature, more severe storms will form and more droughts as well. People will die due to diseases associated with floods and droughts, such as pneumonia, leptospirosis, and hepatitis A. More superstorms will make more habitats for dangerous mosquitoes and bugs, which causes them to multiply. More people will get bitten and can be infected with diseases such as malaria and West Nile virus.
Have there been any recent examples of climate change?
As a matter of fact, yes, there has. An effect of climate change that happened recently was a polar vortex. When an exceeded amount of heat enters the Arctic Circle, the polar vortex moves southward. 80% of the U.S. was overwhelmed with freezing temperatures and snow, and as a result, 21 people died from it. We have also had two powerful superstorms in the U.S., Hurricane Irma and Harvey, which are only supposed to happen at once every 1,000 years. We have had two in the past 2 years. Scientists believe this also has to do with climate change.
Well, the world sure is big, and it's hard to imagine. But is there anything that we can do to help slow down climate change?
Yes, we can help prevent climate change from being more severe. People should start walking, biking, using electric cars, or flying on planes less so that less carbon dioxide and methane will go into the atmosphere. We can also unplug any devices while not in use, hang dry clothes instead of using a dryer, and using energy efficient light bulbs to conserve energy. People should also try to eat less beef to decrease the number of cows farmers raise for food, which will reduce methane in the atmosphere.
Well, that was very interesting, Aiden. I sure did learn a lot. Thank you very much for your presentation on climate change.
You're welcome.